This is our maze table assignment. So I'd like you to open a blank Word document, save it as first name, last name, and then maze. The idea is to create a maze theme based on a maze by inserting a table and using the borders to create a maze path. I will put some examples out there for you so that you can look at them. First of all, the maze must have a theme. Use of colors, clip art, title, all of those things, but there needs to be a theme to this, and you'll see that when you look at the examples. I want you to change the orientation to landscape, change the margins to 0.5, include a title, format this center, bold, change the size, change the color. All right. And then it wants us to create a 20 by 20 border or a 20 by 20 table. All right. It cannot be any other size than that. So let me kind of show you what we're doing here. First, I'm going to go to our layout, change our margins to narrow, and I believe that gets us 0.5 all the way around. Then we're going to change the orientation to landscape, and then we are going to insert that table. Click down here and tell it insert table. Otherwise, it's a little more difficult to get it 20 by 20. Do not auto fit. All right, you can just say okay. If you choose to, you can drag this down to the bottom, but be careful. Don't go outside of your margins. Remember, that's the gray area left and right. You can drag that down here in the lower right-hand corner. So by the time you get done, they should be fairly square. I don't want it to take up 2 pages, so I'll have to backspace and get that out of there. All right. So make it as big or as small as you wish. You can use the handle. Use the entire page. Cannot be more than 1 page. So again, like I said, I have to get rid of that second page on mine. Change all the borders to a color and a style before you start your path. Borders can be any color, any size. The line must be a solid type. Don't do dashes. Again, for grading purposes, must be a border that's not a default. So I don't want black, size, 0.1/2. All right. So I'm going to do that to all of my borders. So I have to go and change those, that layout, change those border styles and how they look. Okay. So I had to make sure you get the whole thing. Go to layout or table design and change your borders to something other than what's here. All right. Then I want you to create a path, to create a path with your maze. Start by removing all of the cell borders by going to a border button and turning off or turning on your borders or using the eraser. Again, another thing that we've done this before is to use that border painter. So if I say no border and I go to that border painter, I can erase my borders pretty quickly. And I know where I'm going. All right. So that border painter will help you a great deal there. Now, you have to have 5 dead ends. You must indicate where to start and where to end at the maze by using clip art. All right, so make sure that you're not just getting a text box and typing it in. I want clip art. When you go to search for clip art, it has to be the Creative Commons license. Don't use a fill. Stay out of the margins. All right. So this is just a recommendation as far as how to do things. It's best to do it in a specific order, and look at the examples that I have, and we'll go from there. It should be just fine.